Hey people. This video we are discussing the 5 reasons it is important for you to control your power. Okay? Now, before I get into it, I must remind you that controlling your power is the same as self-control. The 5 reasons self-control is important. The 5 reasons you must control your power. Reason number 1 that you must control your power: better health. Now, I know you're like, hold up. She posted them videos talking about her health journey and how she's struggling. How you know that I'm going to have better health if I learn to control myself? Duh. There are people that do it. It's simple, right? Like, all you have to do is just think about it. Think about the times when you have struggled with your diet, when you have struggled with your exercise, when you have struggled with quieting your mind to sleep at night, right? What was the underlying issue? Self-control, right? Controlling your power to choose. Controlling your power to deny certain things, right? 1, okay, you deny yourself watching TV at night, right? Say 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed. It's easier for you to drift off. How do I know? Because I've done it, right? Slept so much better. I went from not getting no sleep and my mind working to going to sleep and not having a very restful sleep because my mind is working the whole time I'm trying to sleep, constantly waking up in the middle of the night with these thoughts and ideas, and then waking up in the morning, quite frankly, a bit frustrated, okay? But those times when I cut the TV off, when I tell myself no, even though I want to relax and I want to watch a movie while I'm relaxing and drift off with that background noise, no, don't do it, and I actually listen to myself, you know what happens? I get a much better night's sleep. I wake up feeling so refreshed, okay? Happy to wake up. Even on those days where it's cold and you just kind of want to stay in the blankets nice and warm, right? I'm still feeling happier on those days. Getting up is not a drag. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, right? Like, you ain't got to take my word for it. All of the experts say it. They're all saying it, right? Like, this has got to be true. There are scientific studies to support it. So, number 1 reason you must control your power is for better health. Look, just as recent as last night and today I had a yogurt, I had some tea, I had a soursop drink, right? I'm not feeling horrible. I'm not feeling sluggish. During the day, there's times when I get hungry, and instead of eating something like a yogurt or something like that, I go and I get like a burger. Then instead of me doing what I need to do, I'm trying to pass out. I get the itis. It is a word because it is a thing, okay? And it's not good, okay? That means your body is overworked. Your body has to communicate with your brain and say, okay, shut it down. So instead of using these mental resources to process the things in our waking life, now I need to use these resources to go ahead and regulate blood sugar, blood pressure, and digest this food real quick because it's too much going on, okay? You don't want to do that to your body. Your body is taking care of you. Take care of the body that takes care of you, right? Now, the more I do this, the better I feel. Not just physically, but mentally. I get excited because I'm purposely working on these things. So when I accomplish it, it's like goal accomplished. I did that. Like, I know the struggle is real. So I feel great when I'm able to accomplish it, right? Everybody's journey is different. For some, it's easier than others, right? For me, it's the whole food thing. It's a big struggle for me, right? It's the sleep thing. It's a big struggle for me. So just getting this health together, because my goal, and it sounds is a very ambitious goal, okay? To live to be 124 years old. That is my goal. And I cannot do it just living any kind of way, right? If I want this body to not expire before 124 years old, when I am ready to expire this body, then I need to take care of this body. It's just like a car, right? Like the car, the vehicle is your transportation. It gets you from point A to point B. If you don't want it to break down, you got to take care of it. It's certain regular maintenance that you got to do to it, right? Sometimes the parts get worn out and need to be tended to, right? But it's going to last longer overall if you take care of these things. If you get regular oil changes, you make sure things are tapped up, you're not letting the transmission fluid and other stuff like that just burn out and run out thinking that everything's going to be okay. You got to check in on these things. That is your N of 1, checking in on yourself, right? Doing introspection. You're checking in on your mind, your mental health. You're checking in on your body. How am I feeling when I consume certain things? How am I feeling when I get up and move, when I exercise? You know, overall, how am I feeling? You're checking in with yourself, right? So you got to do these regular checks, regular maintenance, right? Now, that segs way directly into and is directly connected to reason number 2, why it is important to control your power. Mental health, right? So you got the physical health, we got the mental health. It is very important to control your power, right? So you have the power and ability to think whatever you want to think. Thoughts come in, and it is sometimes so very difficult. Outside sources act on you, and it sometimes is so very difficult to keep clear, positive thoughts, okay? Again, today, and this is an everyday thing, and I'm sure you can think of some things that you've experienced today, yesterday, within the past week, within the past month, that was a bit of a struggle for you. Today, some things happened and I got frustrated, okay? And I was just feeling very irritable. And I hate that feeling, right? It's a negative feeling. It weighs you down. It's just nothing about it that's positive. It gets your mind off of the positive things that you're doing in life, right? And that you need to do with your day. And it just has you feeling yucky, like just ill, gross, right? And it's difficult when you get into those moments. It's sometimes difficult to shift, right? So it's like an outside source acts on you and your mind starts rolling like that ball in motion. And it just keeps going sometimes until there's another outside source that stops it, right? Or that causes it to roll in a different direction. Okay. Little bit of a story time. Okay, some little irritations. You know, Walmart sells things for other people. You can sell your products through Walmart. Okay, I ordered something from Walmart through a third party. I go to return it to Walmart, unopened, unused. This thing, I already tried to cancel it before they shipped it out, and they shipped it out anyway. So that was like one frustration that I kind of let roll off, but it was still a frustration in the back of my mind. Okay, so I get this thing. I go to take it to Walmart. They scan the barcode and everything. It prints out a receipt, and the lady informs me that I have to contact the third party, that this is what popped up, right? So on this thing, I have to contact the people. So of course they have no like phone number or anything. So I message them through the Walmart site. It's very frustrating, a very frustrating thing for me, on top of a couple of other things that happened today. That was a bit frustrating. And I just started noticing, like I'm just had to, in that moment, just speak it out loud. I'm frustrated. I'm feeling very irritated right now. And then I asked the question, how do I not be irritated right now? What do I need to do to not be irritated right now? And now I'm in the car, so I can't get up and dance. I'm focusing on this 30-day mental detox. So I'm purposely limiting the amount of radio that I listen to. And I listened to the radio earlier, so I'm like, I'm not going to cut the radio back on. And the frustration that I'm feeling and the thoughts that I'm thinking, just little things around me are frustrating me. Other cars, now I'm starting to get road rage. Just other stuff that I before thought I had under control, right? But, you know, I guess God, the universe, circumstances will let you know what you still need to work on. And road rage for me is one of them. Okay, anyway, I'm frustrated. And the underlying thing may not even be that. The underlying thing could be just the overall mind control. Because if you're controlling your mind, you're not getting road rage. You're thinking differently about certain things on the road. You know, maybe it's a student driver. Maybe, you know, they're a bit distracted. There's been times when, you know, something happened and you go to look for something and swerve a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just have a little patience and understanding instead of just jumping to being frustrated, right? Mind control. The importance of controlling your mind, right? Yes. So, I'm frustrated. I ask, how can I change this? How can I flip this around? I get a call, right, that let me know that there are integral business owners out there that are within my reach. And that excites me so much. Like, this place goes above and beyond. So I want to just go ahead. Cars Unlimited. Okay, so if you're in Richmond, Virginia, Cars Unlimited. Great place, used car place. I bought a vehicle from them, used vehicle from them. It had a minor issue. They took the vehicle back, no problem, to fix it. Gave me this loaner, right? That is very nice. Today they called, it was a couple of days later, they called to say that the car was ready, okay? They test drove it, it was ready. Now, you know, sometimes you can test drive a thing and it may take a little bit longer, a little bit more driving for that problem to present itself again, right? Which be the issue sometimes. You go and buy a vehicle from somebody and they say it's okay when really they thought they fixed the problem, or maybe they knew they didn't fix the problem, and then you go to drive it and within a few miles, now like all hell is breaking loose, right? Shit is just going haywire, right? Okay, I get a call back from them. The sales woman is telling me that the owner took it for another test drive and the problem reappeared. So just hold off. Don't bring the loaner back just yet. They're still working on it. They're going to get it straight for me. That is so beautiful. Okay? That is so beautiful. And what's sad is this should be the norm, but it's not. Okay? In my experience, it is not the norm. So, this made me feel so good. It turned all frustrations around, right? I had to thank God for this dealership, for this man, for their integrity, right? For leading me to them. Because I would have just bought a car from somebody off the street and just said, like, screw dealing with these places, because I haven't had very great experiences in the past. But something said, go here, and I went here, and they are really taking care of me, right? They are showing that they stand behind their name, that they actually care about their reputation. They care more about their reputation than they do about a quick buck. Because he could have just gave it back to me, said everything was fine, I already drove off the lot, that's my problem, they'll fix it for a fee. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have said all of that and just went on and put his attention, energy, and focus into the next vehicle that he wants to sell. But instead, they're taking time to make right this issue, right? Right. So beautiful. So like many blessings on them, many blessings on them. And that helped. Now, if and when I am able to have better control, mental control over myself, over my mind, over my thought processes, that outside force may not have been needed in order to get my attitude back on the right track, back in check, back focused, so I can even do this video and come and talk to you guys, right? Without all that negative attitude, putting all that negative energy out to y'all through video, okay? Like, don't nobody need that. Right. So, thank you, Lord. So, reason number 2, why is it important to control yourself? Better mental health, right? Which is very connected to your physical health because it's all one body. So you eat right, reason number 1. You eat right, you sleep good, reason number 2. Do your N of 1. Check on your mental health, right? Have control over those things. Now, reason number 3. Spirit, okay? Now, we can't go mind and body without going spirit, right? We doing this thing holistically, right? Mind, body, and spirit. Reason number 3, why it is important to control your power. Now, do you know you have the power to believe whatever you want to believe? You have the power to worship and praise whatever being, whatever deity you want. Now, it is important for you to control that so that you can be in control of that, because this is your mind, it's your life, it is your heart, it is your eternal soul, it is your beliefs, right? So it is best that you control that for your own, and it's all connected holistically, right? Wholeness for your own mental health, which leads to your own physical health, right? You have to have your own spiritual life in check, and you have to be able to control that for yourself. Not being guided to and fro by what other people believe in, by what's popular, by what people tell you is best for you, right? Not based on whatever you grew up in, but you have to have your own spiritual relationship with source. I'm just going to say source because that covers it all. And I'm agnostic, okay? Let me just make that clear. I'm agnostic. You have to have your own relationship with source, okay? For yourself. For the sake of your own mental health. Now, one time before I was talking about cult versus culture, and how there is a very clear difference, even though there are people that try to connect the two. It's different, okay? Cult and culture are two different things. This is how people get caught up in cults, right? Because they're not taking control over their own spiritual well-being. They're not taking control over their own beliefs and belief system. They're leaving that power, giving that power over to an outside source, to someone else who is telling them what's good for them, right? Who's giving them the problems and then giving them the solutions, instead of helping them to guide their way through their own problems to find their own resolve. They're giving it to them for the purpose of controlling their power, right? Which then lets you know how important it is to have control over your power, right? Is it important enough for other people to want to control it? It's important enough for you to want to control it. And this is why, so you don't end up in these cults. So you don't end up in this crazy stuff where people, where you're working and now you don't even recognize yourself. And you're doing all of these things for the benefit of someone else. not for the benefit of the greater good of the whole, not for the benefit of yourself and your family, right? But they'll lie to you and say that, but really you're benefiting that one leader, right? Or that group of leaders. Usually is one at the head, and then they have a couple of people with them or whatever, right? That they kind of exalt over everybody else for the purposes of better controlling everybody else, right? This seems to be the pattern of cults and dealing with cult leaders. Now, it is important that you have control over yourself so you don't get caught up in that mess, right? Now, and many times, people in these cults suffer physical abuse, not just mental and emotional abuse, but also physical abuse, right? You could just look it up. These different cult leaders end up persuading or convincing or making the members themselves fight each other, right? Like hurt each other as a form of discipline or something like that. Like none of that is good. None of that is right. They end up taking that money, which leads to reason number 4. Why it's important for you to have control over your power, okay? Let's do a quick recap. Before we do a quick recap, I want you to hit the like and subscribe button, right? Share this with somebody because there's somebody that you know that needs to hear this, okay? Share it with somebody right now. Okay, reason number 1, it's important to control your power. Better physical health. Reason number 2 is important for you to control your power. Better mental health. Reason is important for you to control your power. Better spiritual health. Reason number 4. It's important for you to control your power. Sorry, I was spitting. I don't know if that guy picked up on video. Okay, reason number 4 is important for you to control your power. Okay? Better financial health. Oh my gosh. This is something that I did not learn growing up, okay? This is something I did not learn in my 20s, okay? This is something, even though I set out in my 20s and in my 30s to start businesses, I did not learn this. This is something that I'm not fully realizing and learning until I am 41 years old. I will be 42 in April. I am just really getting this. Thank God. Okay. Yes, Lord. I am just getting this. Okay. And I want to give this to you now because, it's different people of all ages that's going to come across this video and you got to get this. Better control of your finances, right? Your power to have good financial health, right? If you don't control that power, other people will. Those banks with them loan fees, those credit cards with them credit card fees, okay? Them car dealerships, oh my gosh, the bank loan fees. Do you know car dealerships are in bed with the banks? Okay? The banks are giving them extra kickbacks. So even when you got the cash, they're convincing you, they're trying to convince you to go ahead and get that loan. They're trying to push it up to get that loan so that they can get more money on the back end. Okay? Look, you got to control that for yourself. Because if you don't control it, somebody else is out waiting to control it so they can profit off of your lack of self-control, over your lack of controlling your power, okay? So you got to get it in order. Without, look, okay? No crazy spending, no reckless spending, and it'd be so tempting. Which is why you have to get your physical, mental, and spiritual or emotional health in order. Because you go out there, what do they call it? Shop therapy. Sis, shop therapy is a trap. That ain't nothing but the devil. That ain't nothing but the devil, okay? God ain't telling you to go shopping. God ain't telling you for your therapy and for your mental health and for you to be better to go out and spend no money. Okay? God ain't telling you that. That ain't nothing but the devil. All that shop therapy stuff. That feels good in the moment because you getting things. But in the end, you broke. In the end, you've just wasted money that you could have invested on something else. Look, we tired of that trap. I'm tired of that trap. I'm telling you, you tired of that trap, okay? We're getting these things in order. We are controlling our power to say no. I'm not going to go out and just recklessly spend. I'm not going to go out and order that fast food that's not healthy for me. They don't care about your health. They know that this stuff is unhealthy. All they care about is you being addicted to it so you can keep coming back spending more money. Okay? So, we are controlling our power to have better health, better physical health, better mental health, better spiritual and emotional health, and better financial health. Okay? We're controlling these powers, and we're not getting caught up in these traps, okay? And we are living successfully, okay? But today's video is about the 5 reasons, right, that you need to control your power. You agree. You look, you know you need to control your power, right? Yes. I know I need to control my power. So we do this through N of 1. Study of 1. We are studying ourselves and we are figuring this out. That is one thing I've always been good at, figuring it out. There's something I really need to know, I really want to know, I'm figuring it out, okay? And you are the same way. You are gonna figure that thing out. So now I'm telling you, when nobody had told me before in the past all these years that I was just out doing stuff, trying to make it happen, trying to figure it out, the thing that you need to figure out is you. Study of self so that we can control our power, right? We can control our self, right? So that we can have a better quality of life, so that we can have a longer life that is of a higher quality. That is the only way we are going to benefit anybody else, let alone ourselves, let alone our kids, our family, our loved ones, right? We ain't no good to nobody if we ain't no good to ourselves. So we're doing that by controlling our power. N of 1, okay? The book is coming that's going to give you the details, right? With stories that are so relatable, with a journal that can help you jot this stuff down and take notes. They can give you thoughts and ideas to read from, right? That'll spark something in your brain that's going to be like, hell yes. Yes, I got this, right? Along with the right encouragement that you need to read, that you need to see, that you need to have going into your brain that's helping you to stay focused and stay motivated and stay feeling good and operating on your highest level, okay? Reason number 5, it is important for you to control your power. Yes, for the sound effects, okay? Better relationships. Because guess what? Like we just agreed, you ain't good for nobody if you ain't good to yourself. So when you're good to yourself, when you control your own power, when you study yourself, when you get involved, get really into your N of 1, and you're studying yourself and you're learning to have better controls over your power, you are cultivating better relationships with people. Sis, better relationship with your husband. Bruh, better relationship with your wife, okay? Mothers, better relationship with your children. Fathers, better relationship with your children. Children, better relationships with your parents, okay? You are having better relationships at work. You are having better relationships with the people in your neighborhood, right? Because you are cultivating it, because you are studying yourself, right? And then that doesn't mean that those toxic people around you, that by studying yourself, you'll have a better relationship. You know what? I take that back. You know what? Because the best relationship that you can have with someone that's persistent, that insists on being toxic, is no relationship at all. So we are even improving those relationships. Because if you got a relationship with somebody that is toxic around you, you need to cut them off. Close that door, kick them out, okay? Bye, deuces, peace, okay? And you can only do that in full confidence when you study yourself and you take control over your own power, right? The 5 reasons you need to control your power: better physical health, better mental health, better spiritual and emotional health, better financial health, and better relationship health. Okay? Stay tuned for the book. It will be on pre-order soon. Like, subscribe, share. I love you. We are having fun with this thing. Yes? Yes. Peace. Control your power. N of 1.